Divine Rising Academy. I'm gonna say it one more time for the woo in the back. Divine Rising Academy. What the fuck do you see behind me? Where the fuck yo ass should be too? All right, I don't care, man. It's starting to get a little more chilly out here. I don't give a damn, cause I'm gonna bring the sun with me wherever we go. Serious note, all right. I don't fuck with this. I don't fuck with no winter. Been saying that, all right. So it's more of a motherfucking reason to grind up, get your ass out. So you know what? Hey, no one's saying you ain't gonna have to deal with any type of extreme conditions or anything. No, because guess what? The duty calls and the conditions don't matter. That's how a motherfucker's been surviving in the motherfucking ice for so damn long. Not even surviving, just you know, being something that it has less of an effect on, but still, it's, you know, we ain't trying to be all locked up and locked down, so forget all that. All right, I'm gonna keep it moving. I'm gonna keep it grooving. Free him if he ain't, do it, fuck the institution. All right. I'm always say that too. So right now, where we at? Now I know I've been said we gonna hit the zoo. The zoo video is coming soon though. But right now we out in the motherfucking tiger's backyard. All right. So if you hear that motherfucker in the back, that's what that is. All right. We out at the zoo. We at the park, and right here it looks like it's just park, but you wouldn't know. Right behind right over there, it's a fence and it's monkeys and tigers and shit. And you might hear them. So if you hear that, that's okay. Because chances are they ain't feeding his ass correctly either. What am I talking about? Man, wild child. Spirit steady burning. Got them heads turning. Oh shit. Why is that? Because I come through and they learning. Because the same shit used to happen to us. Right? We used to be little. We used to be at school. We used to be out. It doesn't matter. People who had shit going on for themselves, that inspired us. We looked around. We're aware of the fact that there's a bunch of motherfuckers not really doing shit, and we want to be doing shit. Just like that damn tiger. That tiger want to be hunting or something. One thing I'm not going to do is get too into the details, because like I said, when it comes to zoos, a lot of them are rescues, so we can't, it's not like they're just going and just kidnapping animals and then throwing them into a fucking concrete prison. That's not what it is. Nature reserves are something that I want to definitely take my trip to and shit. But, whoop. So, yeah. The wind is out here doing its fucking thing. I don't have my weight in this bitch. So, I mean, if I wanted to, maybe I could put it up against a tree. But then, these trees over here, it's not really good visibility, and the wind ain't really turned up, so it's gonna be like the video before the last, where the shit kept falling, but we just held it up. Symbolic of what we gonna do when the push starts pushing. Okay, when the pressure start cooking. What does that mean? It means no matter how much anything or anyone tries to knock our shit down, regardless of what that shit is, we gon' keep it up. Wait. That's that tiger in the back. He hungry. He hungry. Not just for now. He probably hungry for all types of excitement, drive, joy. He probably hungry for all types of shit that you can't get in a fucking zoo. All right. There go the monkeys. But yeah, it's a sad sight to see. I don't know if you can see it, but right there, so behind right here, we got a bunch of lily pads. They looking really bad right now because they ain't green as fuck. If you go back to the Circle 6 video, I know the fucking video quality is a bit grainy weeny. I don't give a fuck. But those were some green ass lily pads. You can tell, okay, what happens when the fall is on its way, okay? When it comes to the fall, that's basically summer cooling down. Spring, summer warming up, right? So it's starting to cool the fuck down. And what comes with that? That bullshit that comes with every fucking year, the season, changes. Now, colors, right? Okay, so in the fall, when the colors change on the leaves, that's some beautiful shit. Why? Because it lets you know that something as kind of messed up as a process of, right? It lets you know that the process of quote, quote, death can be pretty beautiful. So it represents changes, transformations, so we got green, right? Everything's green, summer, spring and summer green, right? Fall comes, the green starts to fade. All right, so the process of all of the fucking life dying on its way out, that's just how beautiful it is. But it's not going anywhere because the leaves fall, the tree's still there, the seeds are the new buds are ready to get everything that they need so that when the spring comes, they can boom pop out, shine better than they did the last time that they were out when it was green. So it's a beautiful process, very beautiful process. But I still don't, if it can be green all the time, if it's supposed to, yes. Right, as we all know, all fucking vegetation, plants, flowers, all that ain't green. Bunch of flowers, pink, purple, yellow, you name it, blue too. However, that's all right because they're supposed to. If it's green, like a lot of these leaves, I don't know. But nature is resilient. Nature is so beautiful because even when it gets cold out, we still get the red leaves. We get yellow leaves, orange leaves, purplish pink ones sometimes, not really, but it's more along the lines of red and yellow and orange and shit like that. So it's beautiful. Damn. This leaf looks like, hold on. Yeah, I know there are caterpillars in this bitch. I'm gonna show y'all. Look at this. Hold on, man. I don't know if you can see it. Hold on. Look at this leaf. He took a bite out of that motherfucker. Look. And then if you look at all these leaves like up here, you can see they got holes all in them. I know there's a chrysalis up in there somewhere. I'm gonna find it. I want to. Actually, no. I don't want to find it because it's probably a sleepy caterpillar who doesn't want to get disturbed. And you know what? Some people, they get woken up from a nap. They're like, yeah, sure, whatever. Some people, they get woken up from a nap. Shoe comes off. They find a skillet out of nowhere. Just a fucking, a damn projectile object is just spawned into their hand. Fuck. Ready to toss that shit. And I don't blame you. I don't blame them. How many times have you woken the fuck up from a nap or right in the middle of the day? Or not in the middle of the day, but the beginning of the day. How many times have you woken up from your sleep a little cranky, a little ornery, a little agitated, right? I wish somebody would say something to me, and don't let you be somebody who works first shift too. Shit, you be tired as fuck. You had to gather up everything you possibly could just to pull up to that damn parking lot at work, look in the mirror and be like, all right, let's get this shit over with. Just for you to walk in that bitch and all your reserve is right there on the front lines, just for someone to go, how are you doing today? Or, oh, bright and early, huh? Another day, another dollar. All the typical fucking workplace phrases that could be thrown at your ass that just make you either want to just walk away from it or like respond in a little bit of an annoyed way. All right. That's okay though. That's the pressure. That's the conditioning. But long story short, there's a bunch of us who relate to wanting to smack somebody when they fuck with us as soon as we get up. Don't ask me for shit until I have washed my face and have had time to think about the fact that I still exist. You better sit your ass on. Yeah, where? Up there? No, right here. Because that's where we gonna be regardless of how we feel, what we see. And I don't mean at the zoo. Nah, I mean aligned. See this? I'm ready. I'm staying aligned regardless of what try to knock us. And when you think about the fact that right there is something that gives you a reason to walk around and master shit and do shit and be appreciative and all that, happy dappy chappy shit. Yes. Hold on to it. Woo. Hey, cause the season stay breezing for no reason. Give me a high five, bitch. What does that mean? It's quiet as fuck. As we all know, the shift is shifted. I keep saying it. Shit, we all keep saying it. Not me, all the divine ones. They keep saying it. Shit is shifted. Vibe, you know, beings, souls, whoever. Okay, everyone should be vibrating high, and the ones who are, especially when they are connected to how just basic but also necessary it is, because if you're not, you're gonna see what that's about, and it ain't about shit. Like today we came out, it's just extra quiet. The frequency is a bit calm, but like it's like kind of eerie. Remember that scene in Shrek? All right. Remember in Shrek when they went to Lord Farquaad's castle? Remember? They went to fucking Lord Farquaad's castle, and as soon as they got there, there was nobody there. It was a ghost town until they finally, you know, walked further in and saw that there was a whole fucking wrestling match just, you know, going on. That's what it feels like. It feels like shit's dead calm because there's something else going on somewhere that is allowing everything to be at, no, not even somewhere. There's so much going on right now. So that's why it's important to stay aligned. If you're aligned, you know what that means? That means as things shift, because the shifts have been going on before you, during you, after you. There ain't no such thing as after. So there'll always be something that continues. As that happens, you want your shift, you want your shit to be the best it possibly can be. Two choices: red pill, blue pill. All right, one of them is be godly, be awesome, be great, all that amazing shit that you can think of. And just know, some conflict does come with that, but it ain't no thing. That's one of the pills. The other pill is cut corners, be dishonest and untruthful, betray, deceive, lie, corrupt, all that shit. So if you're taking the corruption pill, as the universe, as the heavens, as the way, as everything, you know, is flowing and shifting, as everything is continuously being set into place based on what was already written before. Remember, the universe, God, it's the code of everything. It flows. All right, it flows. There was something flying behind me, so I had to do that. I ain't gonna ever try to save myself or look cool doing some shit. I'm gonna let you know. It flows, and it's been flowing, right? If we think about God and the universal flow among the heavens, that's been since forever. So, by understanding this and being completely on board with it, we're ready for our result to be only what? Supreme, in the most godly, divine way. As things change, as things shift, we have purpose. With purpose comes what? Transcendence. In order to transcend, you need to stay aligned on the good team so that every time that thing called karma comes around, all actions have a consequence regardless of it being positive or negative. What does that mean? It means for every single second that I'm not doing some bad shit, I only get what? A reflection of that in our life. I live for exchanging that with with as many people as possible, so that life all across the board can be popping. Yes. Forgive us, God. We're forgiven. Every time I burp, I gotta say it. Forgive us. Right? The reason why I'm not in jail right now is because I value every and any possible chance we have to be godly. Which means godly awareness, right? Decisions come with consequences. I know that if I'm out here just keeping it cool, being chill, peaceful, all that, whatever stuff, you ain't even gotta do it. It's not even a big deal. We're in a park right now, minding our business. That right there is godly. And I'm not talking about people who are falsely convicted. That's some fucked up shit. Ignore people crying and kids. And the only if you hear the lions, that's cool. But goddamn, man, it's okay. So, I'm only saying that for people who might, be bothered by that. Personally, me, I'm not bothered by it. We outside, so outside is outside. You got dogs, you got cars, planes, tigers and monkeys right there doing their thing. And the monkeys just sitting there. Every time I hear the monkeys like go off, I feel like they're telling each other jokes, and it's like the best jokes ever. But it's like we'll never know, because who the fuck is gonna like risk getting close to chimps and shit on purpose just to possibly interpret whatever they're laughing about, and just to find out they're not even laughing, they arguing like, I don't want to, no. So we got to stay aligned, right? Take the godly pill so that your karma, your consequence will only be godly. You take that corrupt fucking pill, man, it's gonna fuck you up. It's gonna fuck you up. You don't want to fuck you up now. You don't want to fuck you up. Nah. One thing we got to do too is have more patience with ourselves and others. What does that mean? It's gem. So you're going to find out what that means right now. All right. We need to be patient with others and ourselves, especially when it comes to emotions, right? Things happen. Some people cry right away, but there's some people not phased. Some people, it's like bad shit or good shit will happen and they're neutral. It's like they have no reaction whatsoever. So you can't put a finger on it, but it's not leaning towards one or the other, right? Sometimes some people just have an overly comedic approach to shit. So like, right, this dire situation. All right, what are we gonna do? We only have this and this left. Come on, guys, we need ideas. Well, man, I mean, you could take that and stick it up. Like, no, this motherfucker's just overly joking when we need solutions. No, that's different, right? But we should have patience for motherfuckers, regardless of how they respond or how they react, regardless of all that, right? Now, one thing I'll never do, seriously, one thing I'll never do is I always treat people how I want to be treated, but one thing I don't do is expect that back from them. Hell no. No, that's not how it goes. It'll never go like that. No. Even if everybody was on board with that, there'd still be one motherfucker walking around not on board with that. That's a pretty peaceful system. That's a beautiful system. All of us just being cool and peaceful in general, not asking for shit in return just because it's great and it's overall just great and because it's godly. You know, I'm not going to separate. But I'm not going to ever, right? I'm going to treat people amazing. But at the same time, I know that not every time our motherfucker's going to reciprocate that. And that's all right. That's all right. We going to be cool. That's all we really know how to fucking do. But if you trying to be on that other shit, nah. We can't even fuck with it, nah. We can't. Shit like that is what kills nature, and I don't mess with that. You can get your ass whipped. No. I'll never forget, actually, this same part, long time ago, it was a barbecue. I was like maybe 5, 6, 7, 8. I think it's like 6. Back when age was something we thought was, real. I think I had like a fever or something. I was laid up in the back of the van and shit. And I don't know. It wasn't a good day. But I still remember it being beautiful. Boom. That's what matters, right? One of the first times I ever came here when I was younger, I was sick, throwing up in the car and shit. I just fever. So I was sick. Whatever. But now I connect that. There's a bridge right here too. We should take a little walk on that, How many times do we come out, right? And we talk about how this is all you need. This is what it's all about. Because it is. And that'll always be true. And back to the whole patience on people being emotional and patience with yourself and your emotions and shit, right? So me, hey, we're emotional just like anyone else. We come, the full spectrum of emotions isn't even based on what you think of, like in terms of inside out, right? No. Emotions are something that they're within the essence of even nature and the elements. All right? Yes. So, sure, you know, back in the day, you might be someone who's not the most disciplined, and your reserve is a little weak. But we're at the point now where, hey, we're on the front lines. You can't say shit to us or do shit to us if it's negative. All right, we only have intentions to work with godly beings. That's it. And you know, to everyone else we're around, we're gonna keep it godly too. But for the godly ones, the divine ones, we know that we're all connected to each other through a divine purpose, through a supreme, fucking universal heavenly purpose. And we understand that, you know what, we're glad that's what life's about, because we think about the eternity of it, and it's something that we can think about all day. But we're not going to do that because we have shit to do with our day for God and everything godly. The earth, the universe, the galaxy. As much as possible. I say that because that's where we're at. All right? As we go all over shit. About to really break the fucking everything. Matrix, simulations, realities, dimensions, you fucking name it. All that shit broken. It's broken. We here. You see this shit? Loud and motherfucking clear. Yeah. So, it's been great training. It'll continue to always be. And I'm glad that shit, along with you guys, we also have this shit to continuously go back to as well. We need it. We always will. Not just this, but us. Woo! But wait. That's that lion or tiger, one of them. You can hear his ass. You can hear him. But, because one thing too, people are learning to, through all the experiences we go through, people are learning how to control shit. They're learning how to master. They're learning how to compose. So that's what it is. Just because I'm not a pushover for shit. All right, we're godly. So whenever you think about what that means, you can downplay that all you want. Because by all means, godly beings aren't walking around out here godly waiting for somebody to test them. No, we're connected to the heavens. We have our own fucking missions and our own shit that goes on to contribute and help everything be, and it helps everything be great. That's what we care about. So, but if you want to fuck around and find out, that's going to happen like after many warnings of you getting like, you know, some humbled warnings until you actually get humbled. And that's going to be fucked up. And I'm not trying to be anywhere near that. What, you thought it's going to be a godly one? You thought it's going to be a godly one fucking you up? No. We're the warning. We're the warning. That's what the fuck we are. So if you're stacking up, if your spirit's negative and you're making bad decisions, beings like us are gonna come the fuck around you and talk some real shit. And if you don't take that real shit and like understand what the fuck it's about, then nature's gonna come in. Then the elements are gonna come in. Then some shit's gonna come in where your job gets fucked up, or there's gonna be something in the universe that happens that leads to your ass being what? Fucked up. You don't want to be fucked up. Like I said, you don't want to be fucked up. So take nothing but the good, godly, divine pill, and all of your results exactly will be what? Fucking divine. You don't have no time. I'm tired of motherfuckers walking around acting like they got time. Oh, I don't have time for this. Who? You ain't got time. Last time I checked, you didn't create time. You just assumed it was real. Same motherfuckers that want to go, oh, I'm late. Oh, I believe in clocks and oh, I'm that bound to fucking time. Whole time, they're not confirming the fact that they even actually are the creator of it. If time, it represents anything in this fucking world, it represents fucking limitations. Motherfuckers act like, oh, because it's a certain time, the work has to stop, or because shit is over. No, the fuck, it's not. You can have it be over all you want, but as long as motherfuckers like me are breathing out here and us, you ain't gonna do shit to stop nothing except your own goddamn success. Now I get it, you hate. I get it, you don't like shit. That's great. To all the motherfuckers out there on some negative shit. I'm not talking, you know. But just know that if you try to project that, you gonna only make yourself and your situation look and become worse than it ever possibly could. And guess what? Scale's unlimited. So guess what? There's no end to what? The process of someone falling. What's worse? Falling from somewhere really high and then hitting the ground, or just continuously falling forever? What's worse? Ask yourself. Imagine if on death row, right? For the death penalty. Imagine if they made the inmates choose between one or two things. All right, your consequence is either one of two things. You either can fall out the plane with no parachute, or you can fall out the plane and never hit the ground. Just continuously fall for eternity. Which one's worse? Both. There's no comparing. They both are awful. All right? I'm not doing that for shit. Literally or figuratively. No. Hell no. No. So, be divine at all times. I don't think so. Too much shit to do. There's a bunch of shit to do. There's so much shit to learn. And guess what? It gets to the point where you're aware of the fact that you've been on earth for so long and you haven't really made no time. You haven't put any effort on learning anything or dedicating to some type of something that's going to be, that you prosper in. That, even with me, shit, check it out. This YouTube shit, the music shit, acting shit, all this shit, man, niggas been pursuing this motherfucking shit since 13, 14, 15, 16. All right? You want to talk about active consistency? Okay, that's been for like 5 fucking years now. Niggas ain't got no monetization. Niggas got not a single dime off of it. All the money spent was based off of grinding and getting whatever we could. Thousands. I guarantee I've spent over 50 racks on trying to fucking get this shit off the ground. Over the course of time. That's okay, because 50 ain't shit compared to 50 mil, and even that ain't compared to 50 bill, and that ain't compared to 50 trill, and so on and so on and so on. And then we look at that as more of a reason to be appreciative and fucking keep transcending. It's never over. So earlier, we were at the library. I went to the physics section, the science section, and the physics section. Because I want to learn more about elements and reactions. I want to learn more about the periodic table. I want to learn more about the quantum realm. I want to learn more about, all the different theories. I want to learn about nuclear shit. I want to learn about radiation. I want to learn about all of these things. Because they're nature and the elements. So I'm flipping through all these books and I'm like, wow, fuck yes, this is what it's about. Especially back in the day, you're trying to learn shit. You're trying to think about, what can I absorb to make my shit cook better? I'm seeing him, they cooking. Why aren't we cooking? So fuck that. Y'all cannot cook. I'm gonna go study. I'm gonna go spend time in kitchens. I'm gonna go learn. Yeah, and I spent time in many kitchens. Serving. And that's all right. Because regardless of what, it's unlimited. The knowledge, the tools, anything you possibly can do or use to bring some more fucking positivity to you, so that then, boom, then you unleash that. And that helps things expand better. And then boom, that comes back. But even better. And then you unleash that and it comes back. It's just a beautiful ass process. So learn. Stop waiting. Stop thinking it's not your turn. There's no such thing as turns. Guess what? You're going to burn thinking you got a turn. Because guess what? You need to understand that from the start, all of your beautiful greatness It's already planned out. What? Oh hell no! Don't tell me you started. What you? Let me guess. You've been on Instagram, you've been on TikTok, looking at the celebrities, looking at the public figures, looking at athletes, rappers, dancers, motherfucking actors. I think I already said actors. Whoever, whatever. That's one of the most typical motherfucking versions of success. I'll tell you something right now. Because when you take a closer look, you see that all the motherfuckers you glazing over one thing, man, their brands have been expanding. Oh, I like this artist. Take a closer look. They're in movies too. They have a book too. They have a clothing line too. They do content too. Right? They do all types of shit that they possibly can do in Kalamazoo. Because the more the merrier. Less is more in terms of when you're talking and shit. So say less, because, you know, what matters is shit being done. So it looks better when you have the solution, the straightforward little plan or whatever, and then you execute. That's what's up. But when it comes to success and prosperity, the more the motherfucking merrier. Break the barrier. Yeah. Oh, shit. I gotta stretch because I never fucking do. Damn. So, don't know what they were saying. Don't know what they wanted me to say, but we already said it. Whoop, whoop. We already said it. Yeah. Don't take, it don't even take a single second for us to realize how simple shit is, and then have that be the reason why. We coolin'. What you doing? Let me guess, overthinking? Trying to control shit? You ain't gotta control nothing that's already worked out. You try to hop in the middle of that, shit gets a little wet. Then that's when shit gets twisted. You know? One of the most important things ever is staying connected to the understanding of you. Not even what you think is you, but the understanding of the fact that you, everything, quote, quote, you are, is just something the universe brought in here to help out. So, that doesn't mean, oh, so what do you mean I'm not shit? The universe just brought me in here like a... No. That's not what I'm saying at all. I'm saying, boo, out of everybody who's not here. You're one of the rare few. That shouldn't scare you. No. Because one thing I like, see, as you go through our life, you start to think that you have to have it down every second of the way. You have to have every part of it. No. When you understand that, okay, everything's bigger than me. Everything's bigger than us. What does that mean? That means, okay, I'm taking time to realize that our consciousness and our small level of awareness ain't shit to everything that has been and will continue to be. So that means more of a reason for me to get on the right team and hit that motherfucking championship. That's all we about. Championships. That's all we about. The longer I'm here, the more I start to wonder what the fuck is they actually feeding them though? Because the closer you look, the more you start to know and figure out. Okay, as long as motherfuckers just go to a zoo and see the basic shit that you see in general, you won't actually know. It doesn't matter either. I just know for a fact they probably ain't getting some real shit that they need. But how would I know? How would we know? Oh, because we do know. We know for a fact y'all ain't got full zebras in there running around, so stop playing with us. All right, then. That's all we saying. That's all we saying. And one thing I'm getting tired of too is all these weird ass fucking versions of fucking transportation. Well, okay, if back in the day, you used to be out at the park and shit, you see people on rollerblades, skateboards. You see people on just regular bikes, No, fucking nowadays, you see somebody on a motherfucker, it'd be a seat it'd be a seat, a fucking headset, and then just one pedal and just. And these motherfuckers, it looks like the hardest shit to fucking, man, I'm not trying to see it, bro. You know what? I haven't even been in a city or any type of area where people use Segways. Could you imagine if motherfuckers was just pogo sticking like it was the fucking common form of transportation? Hell no. No. The fuck out of here. Pedestrians is already bad enough. You think I'm about to sit up there and be patient for somebody at the motherfucking crosswalk talking about some... No. Joe hacky sack ass the fuck on somewhere. Because one thing pedestrians need to understand too is that the car is bigger than you. Hey, shit, all the time. I'll be walking around the street and someone will be ready to go and they'll be like, oh, pass. I'm like, no, you motherfucker, the car is bigger than us. The car is big. No, I'll sit on the fucking ground. Before I'll let them know. I'll sit on the ground, crisscross applesauce. Go on now. Woo! I mean, I'll keep it real with you. I ain't got no problem with fall. I like fall. Okay? But one thing I don't need is fall for Halloween season. No, I can get some good ass lights, get some good ass candy. Okay. I love Halloween and I love the spiritual like energy and atmosphere of the spooky season. Now here's the thing, in fall, the season, there's a special feeling in the air and in the earth itself, okay, it feels special in its own ultimate way, right? But in terms of energy, it's like the spiritual energy, everything's spiritual, so there's no such thing as and then it gets to the point where like everything physical, that's just one of the many things that exist among the heavens, right? You can go in a split instant. We do it every day where we go from a physical realm to a non-physical realm, okay? The astral plane is not bound to physical aspects, but Earth, the physical world, it is. To an extent though, because as we all know, there's a bunch of shit that defies physics every day, all the time, that everyone's aware of in existence. It could be anything. There's a bunch of shit, right? So, right, we think about it. There's like, when we think about like thermonuclear vents, so basically underwater volcanoes, right? If you go, it's extremely hot temperatures. Nothing should be able to survive anywhere in this area. But if you take a camera that can and get close enough to it, you will see that there's a bunch of shrimps that have adapted to survive these harsh temperatures all around the opening of this crevice, releasing all of the fucking, all of that volcanic activity, all of that, those temperatures, those conditions. It's just, straight sulfur and fucking all types of deadly shit. But they're the little shrimps, a bunch of them, they just be chilling. That lets you know, that's resilience. That lets you know you can't fuck with us. Okay? Okay. It lets you know too, shit. In this world, if certain shit was the opposite, man, the day would be a lot different. They would be a lot different, right? Like, whoo, like if a dragonfly was the size of a dragon, that'd be cool as hell. The idea is cool as hell, And don't get me wrong, dragonflies, they don't have no hostility towards humans at this size, towards beings. But if they were the size of a bus, they might get a little optimistic, Especially when you think about insects. Insects are ruthless, hostile. They want smoke with everybody. They're a problem even at their size now. Whenever you think of an insect, they're generally pretty small. And there are some big ones. But if a damn grasshopper was the size of a chihuahua, oh hell no, everything would be fucked up, okay? If ants were the size of if ants, I already said, if they were the size of like a computer mouse, I already said that'd be a problem. Because they're not just little these are smart thinking things that come in and do shit and move shit and change shit, and they have a very real effect on stuff, even at their size now. we represent that too. So I don't give a fuck about what any type of elite group, any type of system, whatever, organization, group. I don't give a fuck what you want to call yourself, what you want to put on and then walk out like you're like this Undertaker fucking coming out for damn SmackDown. Get your ass on somewhere. Y'all some weird motherfuckers. What does that mean? It means a lot of shit that we don't give a fuck about. But one thing we do give a fuck about, aside from not giving a fuck about your views, we understand how you view people. We're not ants. We're not barcodes. We're not numbers. We're not QR codes. None of that shit. All right? So get it out of your fucking mind that everybody just so happens to be an expendable ticket for your awful orchestration, which is not, it's not even an orchestration. It's the worst ensemble of bullshit ever. Do better and be better. You owe it to yourself. You owe it to yourself. Stop seeking for social validation and show it to your punk motherfucking self. That's not a good way to carry yourself. It's not. It's how you take yourself away from having a good day. Yes. Oh, don't make me go into it, I will. Because if you walk around looking at everybody like they're less than you, beneath you, boo, that also means that you think the universe is too. The universe don't rock like that. No, God don't rock like that. No. God is saying what's up to everyone. God is saying, here, you get a blessing, you get a blessing. Everybody, oh, blessings forever, raining blessings, fucking hurricane blessing. Woo! Yes, blessings all year. It is blessing season. So don't miss out because you want to be on some dumb shit for no reason. Yeah. Don't do that. Nah, don't do that. Nah, don't do that. Do what? Be fucking hateful. Don't be fucking conceited. Don't be arrogant and don't project that shit onto others. You know what? It's okay. It takes a very special motherfucker to be arrogant and then realize they are and then take a step back, work on themselves, and then rebrand, come back out. All right, guys, you know, I might have been on some shit. I might have been on some shit in the past. You know? I might have borrowed somebody's headphones and didn't return them. Okay? I might have, you know, borrowed a pencil from you and then used that bitch down to the eraser. All right? No matter what it is, no matter what it could be, don't matter. That's not what motherfuckers is on no mo. And that never was what that's never what anybody wanted to be on. I didn't mean to take your damn eraser. The only reason I forgot about the headphones is because I forgot about the headphones and then did laundry and then found out later and then didn't know how to tell you that I washed them and fucking, you know, so I figured you none of this actually happened, but I'm just saying these are examples. So if you're somebody who used to fucking, you know, be not so great in the past, that's okay. If you're somebody who used to steal all the lighters at the fucking function for some reason, just room to room, smoke sesh, just, yeah, man, anyways. Wait, what was that new shit Dirk just dropped? Well, yeah, no, trying to switch the shit. Nah, wait, y'all know Thug got out right too? Yeah, he just got out. Yeah, Slime season. No. Fucking pickpocketing. I'm telling you something right now, when it comes to the lighter shit too, a lot of that shit is on accident. Because I have done that. Damn, this is cold though. I didn't even see that. You can see the oh, bet. Okay. I don't even know how I tied that like this. How the fuck did we tie this? Wow. Okay. I didn't see that. But no. Because it changes depending on where you at, where you be. Some areas, motherfuckers ain't like that. Right? You go around some people, it's like, wow, people like this exist. Okay, honest, chill. And you know what? You're not even looking at shit on the server. You're trying to sense their spirit. And it's just overall pleasant. You don't feel any weird, any type of anything. If you feel any type of weird anything, that's an indicator of negative intention, which means they've done some shit or they're up to no good. If they've done some shit, karma's on its way. The universe got your fucking consequence on the way. When the universe is bringing back somebody's karma, you don't want to be in the way of that. No. Especially when it's around crafty motherfuckers. Okay, people who be framing and blaming motherfuckers. You don't know. Don't hang around them. Okay, because your spirit will always tell you. Get past your little tutorial of syncing up your physical avatar with the force of God, completely forgetting about the fact, not forgetting, but appreciating everything that was in the past, but also embracing the fact that, okay, you know what? Oh, that was great, but this being is just one. There's something like fucking running in the back in this damn. This being, okay, your being is one of the many incarnations of God. That's it. Just like nature, just like the elements. Listen, just like that tiger. That's God back there, but in another form. Okay? Now, what do I mean? Okay, so there's, like I said, there's the heavenly soul. So that's the highly exalted, overseeing, all-powerful God, right? That's the one we all come from, and that's the one we're all getting closer to and understanding every day through understanding the fact that our physical shit is a part of that too, and it was sent to do amazing shit and become its own amazing thing, but also while never forgetting that it is right here on the throne at the same fucking time. All right? Scale is unlimited, just like perception and understanding and appreciation for God's power and glory. All right? And then you spread that to the galaxy and the universe and the heavens, and now you're stepping. What's happening? All right. Yes. I see him in the back. No, ain't nobody in the back. Right? So you get past that, and now you get to the real adventure. Who knows? You will. You do. You'll get, and you eventually you will see that shit. So now it comes down to, okay, so now what? Well, what you got going on right now? You got a job? You trying to, what are you pursuing? What are you doing? What you got going for yourself? Well, okay, well, what's the new money you want? What's the new move? What's the motion? What's the life like? Is it lively? Okay, that's some shit I like. All right. Woo. It's the only way. Because if you ain't, then shit, you're going to find out what death look like real quick. What does that mean? Death is sitting there, no motion, broke, no plans, not doing shit, which essentially might seem like, oh, all the shit that you have to do, but it's not even shit you have to do. It's shit that's already done so that you could go through it just for the sole purpose of appreciating. It's not about climbing the hierarchy of power. It's not about being the strongest angel. It's not about all of that. It's about appreciating the fact that God said, you know what, out of nowhere, shoom, in this bitch. Took a look around. And we here. We got shit to do. Y'all do too. So keep doing it and never stop. Yeah. We've been hitting our little dances. We've been hitting our little bars or whatever. But the main thing, what it's about? It's about just peace and balance across the stars. At least. I say that at least because that's one of the most basic things. So at least, right? Because there's already a bunch of shit that goes on that, hey, it just is what it is. So if we could have any effect on keeping it cool, if we can have any effect on promoting clarity and balance and order in this bitch, okay, all right. He sound beautiful. Yeah, I don't know if it's a female or a male, but that motherfucking tiger in there sound ferocious, majestic. I tried to get a closer look to him, but the monkeys, you can hear them always. So, yeah, so I mean, like I said, I ain't ducking the winter or anything. I want to stay as busy as possible so that, it's a flex. It's not even a flex. It's a blessing to be able to switch climates. You go from where you at to going over there to get the bag, to going over there to get the bag, right? It's a tour. You get to see what? You get to see shit that's a little older and the shit that's a little newer. Fuck the rhyme though. All right, I'm trying to go everywhere. I want to go to Spain, okay? I want to go to Greece, bitch. I want to go to everywhere. Don't fuck with us, okay? But if you want to be on a whole world tour like this, it can't just be for the sole purpose of a vacation. I got my towel, my luggage. Oh my gosh, I'm just packed and ready to go. Fuck that. No, I ain't packing shit. We on the ship. Okay, we on the goddamn yes. All right, we ready, uniform and all. Fuck out of here. We got shit to do, and we got sights to see along the way. But what's really great is to appreciate the fact that through all the work we have to do, the whole point of it was just to appreciate God. Boop. Scales unlimited, as I always will continue to say. Right now, I'm saying that based on being able to comprehend what that eternity looks like. It looks like how it looks now. But when we rise in the most divine way tomorrow, it'll be even that much more amazing. Just like everything about you should and always be. Or just like everything about you should always be. Right? If you're staying alive. Feeling like it's important enough, caring enough about the fact, you know what, you should live in the most pristine. And if nobody else cares about that, whoo, if you care about that, you ain't gonna live pristine. If you care about motherfuckers who don't care about living supreme and what they gotta say about what you do or say, what you love, what you care about, the more you dwell on it, the more you allow it to be something that has an effect in some way, even if it's by 0.1%, that's the more shit that's contributing to you not getting to the pristine, to the supreme life, which is holding you back, which isn't them holding it back, which isn't them holding you back. That's yourself holding you back. You don't want to do that. Who would? Not me. No, not us. When? Not now. Then? Hell, fuck. To the nah. All right? No. It's serious. But it's not that serious either. It's serious, but it's not that serious. Do what you wish. Do what you want to with that. All right? Do what you want to with that. You might go mad. There's a lot of people staring in mirrors and shit. There's a lot of people like seeing their face morph because they're aware of the fact that mirrors themselves are some actually specially created shit. If you look up how mirrors are made, it's actually some pretty interesting shit. It's basically fucking alchemy. To create, to take, glass in the way they do. Do your history, do your research on fucking mirrors. It's not super bad or anything. It's just that, especially back in the, back then, anything of a, certain nature, it gets put in it gets classified as like supernatural or demonic, right? So like mirrors, they used to be thought of as, and they still do get thought of as dimensions or portals, to, other places or other realities. Or they also can serve as like a projection, but if your spirit's negative, they can project your negativity back to you. It's some weird shit. It's a bunch of stupid shit. But long story short, I'm talking about mainly the makeup of the mirror, like the process of making a mirror, like the glass itself. That right there, it's a very special process. It's pretty interesting. I want to brush up on it again because the whole, all of the different chemicals and stuff that they, the burn process and all that shit. Like it's pretty cool. But you do got to be careful with your mirrors. All right. One thing I'm gonna tell you right now, you got to be godly if you want to go in the mirror, see some crazy shit, and then just think of it as a fun time, that you walk away from uncorrupted or something. There's a lot of people, they're going into the mirror. Go on TikTok, right? Go on TikTok. You can look at people. They're looking into the mirror and they're seeing that their face changes. That's because it does. That's what the mirror does. It's one of those things. All right. Mirrors are powerful things, but they're not so powerful where, you have to fear anything, especially a fucking mirror, about something just normal in your house being a threat or danger. So that's what that is. Because I don't doubt that for a single fucking, especially with mirrors. Mirrors to me, I never thought of as a bad thing, because reflection in general is something that I will always use for the sole purpose of appreciating, but also learning and increasing our awareness, right? So if we're at the fucking supermarket, if we're out in public, there's reflections there everywhere. These glasses have reflections, all right? Sunglasses have reflections. I can see reflections behind me, right? I can see reflections on like small slivers of the fucking plastic. The reflections are unlimited, right? So if you're out, especially, and and there's cars going by and shit, and there's people who also have shit on, or you're people in general, right? All of the reflections are mixing up, so you're aware of who's around you and what's going on. Especially for me, I like that personally. Like, you know, it's like it's like heads up display. Ooh, see, there's a lot of people, not a lot of people, but you know, Google and shit, they be promoting, and Apple and shit, they be promoting like futuristic technology to the point where it's like, oh, you put like a chip or like some type of device implanted in your head or something, or your eye, to the point where now like your vision is like iOS interface, right? No, like I couldn't do that, but you know, some heads up display glasses, that'd be cool though. I like those, but it needs to be really subtle. But it's just one of those things that we can use, right? So that was the physical example, right? Especially if you're at the grocery store and you're in the freezer section, all the reflections going around you. Don't even need glasses. You could just be looking at the fucking, look at the chicken nuggets or whatever, and you'll see in your reflection somebody walking behind you, right? If it wasn't for that reflection, you wouldn't have seen them. So it's just extra awareness. Not that they would do anything, I mean, but you never know. So that's the physical I guess, explanation representing, you know, mirrors. When it comes to figurative, it's all about reflection and appreciation and not projecting anything bad, staying aligned so that all your projections can only be godly, right? If you're, like I said, if you're moving negative, you get drunk one night, you go in the fucking, you're in a bad spot in your life, you're drunk one night, you go into the mirror and just look at yourself, you're gonna see a fucking demon, all right? You're gonna see some alien shit. I would know. I used to be in a bad spot. I've looked in the fucking mirror plenty of times. My shit looked like, I don't know, fucking, that was some vampire shit. I don't know what that shit was. Well, I guess the vampire doesn't see their own reflection, so it wouldn't be vampire shit. But no, man. And then but now I look in the mirror, I'll stare as long as I can. It never morphs into anything bad. It doesn't give me any eerie feelings or nothing. Why? Because we're on the front lines of making sure that our spirit is aligned in the most divine way. That's part of what life is, just so we can appreciate God and life and the universe and all the galaxies we get to be a part of and everything. So that yeah, appreciate your reflection. It could be, you know, based on what you're displaying now or what you want to display in the future. I know you want to look good. I know you don't want to be down bad. And I know despite how good you are doing, you only want to get better and better and better. That's not greedy. That's not conceited. That's not glutton. No, that's not you being greedy. No, it's not. It's you doing the most with what you got. And just, okay, so what? You're at a point where now the level is great. Keep going. That's what eternity is. So I pray everybody is having the best week, the most amazing day ever. Because as shit continues, like we were talking about the shift earlier, the blessings are on their way. The blessings are already here. It's established. Everyone, all right? Cash in on your blessings. Rejoice. Appreciate. Exchange. Inspire. All that shit. Conquer. Be ultimate. Invincible. I mean, all that shit is just automatic. So, you know, you get up every day just looking forward to mastering everything you are. Which is what? Divine. Before we head out though, I want to give you a little walk-see. We gotta come out in the sun a little bit so you can get a look at some of our beautiful flowers. Yes, this tree right here, this is my favorite tree. One of my favorite trees. This tree right here, this is not a tree. Actually, no, I wanna look at the water. You wanna look at the water? Yes, you do. Let's look at the water. Oh, look at the water. Yeah. I know those lily pads have seen better days. They've seen way better days. But everybody stay divine. 6 wings, 6, haha, wait, I gotta say it again. 6 wings, 6 doves, 6 WA in this bit. Wait, hold on. It's a little bright. Say my final goodbyes to all the angels and godly ones. But I love y'all. God's love is abundant forever. It's the most ultimate. And we in this bitch forever if the fucking shit would level. All right. It's always so hard for me to say goodbye. But I got to. So, stay aligned, stay divine. Yeah.